Kanye West has descended into a full-tilt Twitter frenzy again, and we're gonna talk about it. First off, this is what he tweeted out to 24 million people earlier this morning.
One defining trait of Donald Trump is that he doesn't see limits on what he can do.
Now, before we get started, I have to say that Kanye West is one of my favorite rappers. We're both fashion icons in our own lanes respectively, and we share a penchant for self-promotion. Follow my Instagram at Hasan Piker. Moving on. Now, in case you have no idea who this normcore fake new age philosopher is, it's Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, who's now become a $2 Glenn Beck wannabe alt-light hero. Turns out, much like Donald Trump, if you want Kanye to retweet you, all you have to do is praise Kanye.
Kanye, in 7 words, unlocked a mental prison and is bringing you to the golden age.
This guy seems normal. But Adams isn't the only conservative nutjob Kanye platformed in the past couple of days.
Rap superstar Kanye West setting off a social media firestorm after he praised conservative activist Candace Owens in a tweet.
Infowars correspondent Red Pill Black, aka Candace Owens, and those very same conservative pundits who routinely tell celebrities to shut the fuck up started collectively stroking Yeezus like a bunch of hypebeasts waiting for the latest Supreme drop.
Has Kanye West kept that tweet up? He has received so many attacks, so much backlash. Is it still sitting there?
It's still sitting there.
Here's the thing, famous ladies and gents. Nobody cares what you think.
It's still sitting there, and I'm not surprised. Kanye West is not really one to fold to controversy.
Nobody.
I mean, I've said this only a million times. If Fox News actually hated celebrity opinions, perhaps they wouldn't constantly defend our reality TV star president or bring on fucking Fabio to talk about shit every week on Tucker Carlson. Candace flipped her entire political opinion around overnight and started going on InfoWars to talk about how black people should shut the fuck up about racism because
400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents didn't. It's embarrassing. You utilize their history. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans.
And Candace was on that very stage after my woke prince Charlie Kirk hired her on the spot, because every conservative platform needs at least one black person to justify their outdated oppressive attitudes. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this video.
What is going on with black people in this country? And Charlie said, literally in 2.5 minutes, sit down right here. I'm going to hire you. I want you to sit down right here. Don't move. I'm going to get you a contract.
Wait, did you just say black people are the problem? When can you start? To be honest, with the bar so incredibly low to capitalize on the conservative media apparatus and rake in a ton of cash, I almost want to praise Candace for her change of heart, where she went from a liberal overnight to making videos titled, "I don't care about Charlottesville, the KKK, or white supremacy." Now, this was shot right after Charlottesville, where Nazis armed to the fucking teeth took to the streets and were firing off rounds at counter-protesters, and one drove into a crowd and killed Heather Heyer.
White supremacy and the KKK. Really? That's what you guys want me to be concerned with this week?
Yeah, thousands of armed Nazi LARPers screaming blood and soil and promoting an ethno-state. Who cares? White people getting radicalized on the internet and attacking their schools or Waffle Houses. Not a big deal.
I think the president was absolutely right to call it for what it is, which is 2 groups of extremists. No.
Okay, this is absolutely a ridiculous moral equivalency, which I've addressed in many videos, so I'm not gonna get into it, but the reason why Candace isn't just a woke Tommy Lauren is because right after spewing routine conservative tropes, she'll say something I absolutely agree with.
Some things that I'm actually afraid of are the education system and the prison system. These are 2 institutions that actually do systematically oppress and disadvantage African Americans and keep us on the cycle of crime and poverty.
A very true and concise point. I love that Candace acknowledges the problems created by systemic inequality, like centuries of slavery and segregation, even if she then turns a blind eye to the root causes and follows through with shit like this on InfoWars.
Here's my theory. Every single black person is a conservative.
Hot takes! Now listen, this entire story is mired in irony. Candace is looking out for Candace, just like Kanye only cares about Kanye. Just like if I only cared about myself, I'd start being Islamophobic and get a platform with a 6-figure salary by Fox News in less than 48 hours. I guess the question I have for Candace and maybe even Kanye is, if you're mad at the Democratic Party for exploiting you, why would you then turn around and let Republicans exploit you? At least one side performatively cares about you and could be saved, whereas the other side consistently advocates for everything short of segregation and asks if you had it coming whenever the police kills a black person. person. Quit siding with the fucking Dilbert guy in InfoWars. Why defend these people instead of trying to hold Democrats accountable while trying to work with them like I do? I'm Hasan Piker. Please share this video if you're surprised but a little outraged by Kanye's platforming of alt-right figures. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to follow my Instagram at Hasan Piker and my Twitter at Hasan the Hun. And this has been The Breakdown.